have made it around, and it had said to omit. I did my last 7 double crochets, to omit the last single crochet and join with a slip stitch to first single crochet. So our first single crochet is here. I think 1, 2. So this is going to be a slip stitch, pull through, and then it says to fasten off. Now, I'll show you how to weave in. So to fasten off, I just cut it. I'm going to pull it through some of this smaller yarn. And there we have it. So this, since this is a very soft yarn, it's I don't know what they used there. They used a it almost looks like cotton. And if you were to make something like this for a coaster, I would recommend using like cotton. But now you will take, where did it go? I lost it. Your tapestry needle, and then just weave in the ends to hide them. And to also secure it, so you kind of weave in and weave out and go back and go, you know, so you're securing it in there. I think this is a neat little book I noticed in the beginning of it, and I'll show you that here in a second. It shows you going through different stitches. If you're in the UK, the terminology is totally different. Everything I just did in this was US terminology. But in the UK, like a double crochet, they would call it a treble crochet. A single crochet in the UK is a double crochet. A single US single crochet is a double crochet for them. So it's just, if you ever run across a tutorial, most of them will say, you know, if they are UK or US terminology. And now to weave this little guy in. I would recommend, though, a stainless steel. Because these, depending on the type of yarn, these can kind of snag and make it harder to go through. And I need to get one, because I do a lot of this. But since I crocheted around that tail also, it should be in there pretty good. But I'm just going to make sure. appreciate you all joining me today, and hopefully my next video will be better. I'm using a different setup than what I use for my crafting. And if you're interested in crafts, I'll leave the link to that channel as well. I've had it for a few years. I make farmhouse crafts. So there we go. I think it's cute. And it's simple. In this book, I taught myself to crochet. You can download books from the library. But there are a lot of different little patterns in here. Simple. This is the different types of yarn. It goes from a super fine to a super bulky 6. And the size millimeter, or the hook size used for each. All the abbreviations. See, back post double crochet, back post single crochet, double crochet 2 together. It talks about all the different types of hooks. They have a set like this at Walmart. I have it, but the little ends on them aren't long enough for me. If you do a lot of, 2 togethers or making a puff stitch or something like that. But here it'll have like, your chain stitch, slip stitch. It's a pretty neat little book. Even shows left-handed, right-handed. Your basic crochet stitches, single crochet, half double crochet. But I won't get into all that for this, but I do think this is a neat little book because it has, if you're wanting to learn from a pattern, then you need to know the terminology. So I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you'll join me for the next one. And in that one, I'll be doing like a stitch tutorial. I just have to figure out which type of stitch I want to do. I don't know. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.